everyone. So this time, a while ago, I told you that we have the math, we have the English, Filipino, and BPED. But right now, we will include the science and math as well. Kasi this is the beginning of the synchronous classes for next week. Okay, so ito ay 17, but I'll be giving this to you early on. So tatapusin natin pilit to for the reason that we really need to finish this eh. So I'm really, really sorry because I know you want this, but you know you want to rest, you want to do your projects and whatever things that you want to do, but we need to finish this talaga. And we're doing our part. And currently, the reason why I'm here is because we need to be, what do you call this? The reason why I'm here because we have a summit. So, kailangan. And yung Monday, supposedly, na kasama ko yung science, I think, ibibigay ko na lang para pare-pareho kayo ng lesson. Kasi mahirap yung naghahabol, kagaya nung sa kanina, kagaya nung mga naunang parts sa English, Filipino, and BPED, medyo hirap sila, di ba? Kasi for them, parang ang dami na nilang video. So, para pare-pareho, pati science and math, ito na to. Now, just a little bit rundown. Okay, so, in this class, we'll have the Ravenclaws. So, we'll have, okay, I want the pink one this time. Gusto ko ng pink. But, okay. So, the Ravenclaws, the Slytherin, the Hufflepuff, and the Gryffindor. Now, for the science, since you're not around a while ago, this is for you. Kasi alam na to ng Ravenclaw. So, I'll be using this sequence for the activities. So, I'll be asking you at the back of your notebook, for instance, I have a question. Okay, Ravenclaw, you answer this. Okay, Slytherin, you answer this. Hufflepuff, you answer this. And Gryffindor, you answer this. Or, it could be all houses, answer this on your notebook. So, this is an example of which. Okay, so now, of course, your first activity for today is different. Why? Because I want you to do something to summarize your things. Since this is, we will be having enough time for this, I want you to pass something to me. Diba? Ang English, meron na silang pinasa for the other subjects, but this time, it's different. Now, I want to be surprised if what you, of the things that you could do online. So, what I want you to do is this. One, this would be your quiz. Okay? So, quiz siya ng, this quiz is special and unannounced. But, you still have a lot of time. This quiz is by group. And can be done. The end will be submitted on, so tignan natin sa ating mahiwagang kalendaryo. Ayan. So, I'm looking here at kailan kaya natin pwede i-submit. Of course, you will submit this on the 17th of May. So, 17th of May. Ano kaya yun? So, what I want you to do is this. I want you to make a chant or yell per house. To summarize our last week's discussion. Okay? So, this is per house. You will submit the video. So, paano natin i-record siya? We have different options to record this one. So, this is a record. Pwede kayo mag-video call and mag-screen recording. Okay? So, pag hindi kayo nagsasabay-sabay, ganun talaga. Alright? So, how will you submit it? One, on Okay, so how? The question is, how will you submit it? Diba? How? So, sa ating chat box, sa messenger, I want you to send it per house on the 17th. Send nyo lang siya sa messenger ng 17th. Right. So, diba, parang, ano? Ay, wag pala sa 17th. I'm sorry, bababa pala yung resolution. Hindi pala pwede. Sorry. Because I'll be posting this. So, sorry, erase that, erase. So, hindi sa chat box ng 17th. So, I want you to send this on email. So, what is my email? You just need to type my name, Diane, on the Bulso account, Diane Grace Crespo. Or, kung hindi kayo member ng Bulso account, which is Balabo, Diane Grace .crespo at bulso.edu.ph. So, just a chant or yell about our lesson last meeting. So, this is for the Ravenclaw, the Slytherin, the Hufflepuff, and the Gryffindor, isn't it? It's a little bit easier than the usual, but you will collaborate. So this is an example of some of the teaching strategies in which you could incorporate some yells or activities for the students. Okay, now, let's go. Hala nyo, mga kataka. Siyempre, kailangan pati ang science at math meron din. So, nabigla kayo dito sa chant or yell na to. Yeah. Now, this now is for our lesson. The emotional, the social, and development of the preschoolers. Now, let us begin. Answer these questions. Number 1, is playing important to preschoolers? Is playing important to preschoolers? Importante bang maglaro? Now, who will answer this one? I want you to answer this, Slytherin. On your notebook, of course, don't forget to write the date, ha? Don't forget the date. On your notebook, write this one. Is playing important to preschoolers? You don't need to discuss this with your group members, of course, but just write your answer. So, Slytherin ang magsasagot, ang Slytherin. Okay. So, now, self-concept and preschoolers. When we say self-concept, it involves children's thoughts and feelings about themselves. I know right now you have your own thoughts and feelings about yourself. For example, sa akin, what can I say? I think I am happy about what I have right now. Of course, I want something more, di ba? May mga ganun tayong mga bagay. And it's part of us. Children are not born with the ability to recognize their own feelings and thoughts. And there's a reason why they have tantrums. Kaya nga, di ba, pag kunwari yung bata sabi, ano ka ba? Para kang bata akong kumilos. Hindi ka na dapat nagaganyan. Hindi ka dapat nagsisigaw. Because kids are like that because they don't know yet kung paano nila ilalabas yung feelings and thoughts nila. Which is, of course, very hard for them. Dahil, parang hindi nila ma-regulate eh. For example, too much anger. Parang gano'n, di ba? Nagagano. I remember the son of my kuya. Not the brother, of course. My pinsan, cousin, yeah, the son of my cousin. He cannot regulate his thoughts. As in, talagang para siyang, hindi siya nanginginig siya, sobrang galit niya, no? And parang stress na stress siya. Sabi, stress ako. Parang grade 5 years old ka pa lang, stress ka na. Bakit? Ang dami kailangan iayos. Sabi ko, hindi naman siya nag-aayos. Pero stress na stress siya, di ba? Because he cannot digest his own feeling. He cannot express his own feeling. So, medyo nahihirapan sila. And that's the time that a child can now, that an adult can, it's very dependent. Dependent sila sa mga, dependent sila sa mga adults. Now, children's emerging awareness of themselves as separate people with thoughts and feelings is crucial in forming positive relationships with others while helping build self-confidence in their own abilities. Now, self-concept, of course, is first mark of a physical realization that children are separate from their primary caregivers. So this one is different. Parang this time nagkakaroon na sila ng sarili na identity. And in the first few months of life, children see themselves as part of their caregivers, usually their mother. There's a reason why, isn't it? They always follow their caregivers whenever they go, even if they poop. They don't care. Basta nandun sila. They are like dogs na lahat kung saan magpunta si owner, especially the newly adopted ones, they are always there. Right? So, but now, they started to realize, I have my own, I want to play on my own. And around 5 months of age, children realize they may be separate individuals. Meron tayong tinatawag, kung naalala nyo, the object permanence. Now, for this one, we'll have the part 6 stages of play. This is for all. Now, I want you to watch this video. What is the part 6 stages of play? And then, this is for all houses. 1, your task is enumerate the 6 stages of play and then give 1 example. Okay. Give 1 example. Enumerate it and give 1 explanation or example about this one. This is per house. So, 1 answer per house. But you need to copy each other's work. Okay? Hindi pwedeng isa lang yung gagawa, hindi pwedeng hindi nakasulat yung isa. This is per house, same kayo ng description per house, but different. So, this is a different attack. Now, parenting styles and what you should know. So, a while ago, I gave an activity to the Slytherin. Okay, so the Slytherin tayo kanina. And right now, our activity, this is for the Ravenclaw. Okay? Ravenclaw and Gryffindor. I want you on your notebook, at the back of your notebook, to write this one. What is your parents' parenting style? What is your parents' parenting style? Ano kaya? What is your parents' parenting style? So, may mga kanya-kanya tayong paano tayo pinalaki ng ating mga magulang. Isn't it? We have our own parent. So, some of us, maluwag. Some of us are hindi. And you can share stories. You can write down the different stories that you would like to share. So, for the Ravenclaw, Gryffindor. So, I want you to write it down. Now, in different parenting styles, there are 4 types of parenting style commonly used in psychology today. I know there are different combinations, but this is the 4 common styles. And until now, many parents are saying, ito yung tama. Of course, when it comes to raising a kid, we have our different takes for that. Now, we have the authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and neglectful. Those are the 4 parenting styles that is very common to psychology. Let us dig in with the first one. By the way, before that, they're based on the work of Diana Baumrind, a developmental psychologist at the University of California. So, nag-refine siya ng model. She noticed that preschoolers exhibited distinctly different types of behavior. And since they came from their family, meron siyang relation, may correlation siya dun sa kind of parenting styles. So, sabi ni Baumrind, there's a relationship daw between the type of parenting style and children's behavior. So, sa inyo, this is a study. This is from the study of Baumrind, and I want you to analyze yourself. Okay? So, later, we will have questions for this one. I'll be asking you some questions. But as of now, you analyze is this your mom? Is this your dad? What kind of parenting styles do your parents have? This is based on extensive observation, interviews, and analysis. So, ito nga yung 4 na parenting styles. Let's begin with the 4th one. Okay. Authoritative. Okay, dito muna tayo sa authoritative. The authoritative parenting style is known for being, for being warm and responsive. They have clear rules, high expectation, supportive, and value independence. That is all authoritative. Yes, they are warm and responsive. They're always there for you. You can support. They are supportive, but they have clear rules and they have high expectations. And maybe we could say they are focused on the academic life. Okay, so focus sila doon, supportive, and independent si kids. So, nagtuturo sila na siguro, we could say that the kids could do the household chores. Now, according to this one, if the parents have authoritarian style, this is the result of the kid. Kung siya ay warm and responsive, clear rules, high expectations, and supportive, so, kung warm and responsive, sabi dito, will have the high academic performance. Dahil siya may clear rules, marami siyang maganda ang kanyang self-esteem. Since high expectation siya, better social skills, supportive, less mental illness, and lower delinquency. So, yun yung associated outcome dito sa parenting style na ito. Next one, we can say that authoritative parents have high expectations for achievement and maturity, but they are also warm and responsive. These parents set rules and enforce boundaries by having open discussion, providing guidance, and using reasoning. These parents provide their kids with a reasoning and explanation for their actions. For example, for example, may ginawa kang hindi maganda. And the parent will let you realize what you did is wrong. And this is the effect or the reason why you did this. Ayan, kaya nagkaganyan. Kasi ganito, ganyan. So, yun daw. Now, their disciplinary methods confronted with reason, negotiable, outcome-oriented, and concerned with regulating behaviors. Authoritative parents are affectionate and supportive, but they respect the child's autonomy and provide them a lot of freedom and encourage their independence. So, parang masasabi natin na parang democratic child sila. So, usually, hi. Now, so kindly counsel this authoritarian tayo. Authoritarian. The second one is what the hell is this one? Sorry for the spelling. Authoritative. Authoritarian yan. Hindi authoritarian. So, based on research of authoritative parents tend to be okay, sorry to. Authoritative din siya. Authoritative, tama. Sorry. Peer, sorry. Tama naman pala. Ano ba yan? Tama pala. Sorry, sir. Authoritative. Kala ko authoritation. Okay. Bonus research, sabi dito, appear to be happy, independent, active, higher performance, self-esteem. Ayan. Mas madali sa kanila. Authoritarian parents naman tayo. Parenting style is unresponsive, strict rules, high expectation, and expect blind obedience. Parang, I declare martial law. Wala akong pakialam sa inyo. Kahit na umiyak ka, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Parang ganun na lang. So, sabi dito, the associated outcome for authoritarian is lower academic performance, which is nakakagulat, ano? Kasi, ba't lower academic performance, ma'am? Mahigpit na nga yung tatay. Minsan, sobrang takot. Less self-esteem, poor social skills, mental illness, drug alcohol abuse, and delinquency. I know some of your parents will say, hoy, hindi totoo yan. Mahigpit ako pero hindi ko naman. Tingnan mo yung kuya mo. Diba? So, pwede hindi natin masabi. Pero ito yung based sa research ni Dere. Okay? Next is high levels of parental control can low levels of parental responsiveness. Although authoritarian parents and authoritative parents have similar names, they have several different approach. Now, pag sinabing blind obedience, for example, bakit po? Si authoritarian, they will say, the authoritative, The authoritative parents will say, anak, the reason why I do this is because, ganun. I will explain. But authoritative, yun, authoritarian naman, sabi ko bakit? Ako nanay mo Wala akong pakailang sa minsan na, actually nakakadinig na ako ng mga ganon sa school, yan, yung mga PTC parents. So, nag-explain yung mga magulang, ganon talaga sila. So, kanya-kanya ng parenting style. These parents are stern discipline and corporal punishment as a way of to obtain control. Nambubugbog, ito yun. So, ito yun. Pinabubugbog, namamalo talaga na hindi lang tampal, talagang palo, diba? So, yun yun. Usually old school, yung mga tinatawag natin. Yung parent ko kasi old school. So, ito kasi yung disciplinary dati. Now, sabi dito, pag may authoritarian ng parents, they have unhappy disposition, less independent, kasi nga, baka lagi silang mapagalitan, insecure, low self-esteem, may problema sa conduct and behavior, more temper tantrums, worse academically, ayan. So, yun. Mental issues. Permissive parents naman is warm and responsive, few or no rules, indulgent or lenient. So, naalala natin siguro kung naalala niyo, or familiar kayo dun sa Mean Girls. There are no rules in this house. I am a cool mom, not a regular mom. Tapos, parang cool-cool lang si mommy na nasusunod yung bata, bahala siya. Warm and responsive. Siguro ito yung mga magulang na yung anak yung nasusunod. Now, what is associated outcome for pessimistic, impulsive behavior, egocentric, poor social skill, and traumatic relationship? Kasi sila yung nasusunod, bata pa lang sila. So, they don't have the certain rules. Kasi sila yung gumagawa ng rules nila. Now, permissive parents had very few rules to no rules, no? And reluctant sila sa pag-enforce. They're warm, but they do not like to say no to their children. So, hindi nila din kinakausap. And ang problema dito, pag indulgent or permissive parenting ka, some of this, you cannot allow rules because sa bahay, wala pang rules. They don't have self-control kasi wala naman po kaming kapakialam dyan kasi yung nanay ko nga ganito diba? So, yun na nagiging problem natin. Now, the last one is the neglectful, which is cold and unresponsive, no rules, uninvolved, and indifferent. So, wala silang pakialam. Wala na talaga. Kasi wala silang pakialam sa bata. Kaya nga neglectful. So, they are impulsive, delinquency, drug alcoholic, and suicide. So, kasi nararamdaman ng bata na hindi siya mahal ng nanay niya. So, parang nagkakaroon siya ng problem. Neglectful parents do not set firm boundaries. They're indifferent and uninvolved in the child's lives. Because some of them may mental issues din sila, may depression or physical abuse or child neglect din sila nung bata sila. Kaya pinapasa nila dun sa anak nila. Now, they are more impulsive. They cannot regulate emotion, may mga delinquency, suicidal behavior siya kasi nga gano'n. Now, one size fits all. Siyempre, hindi. Over 25 years, authoritative parenting has been consistently linked to the most positive outcomes. Aren't all kids different? Yes, different kids need different parenting practices, not a different parenting style. Again, sabi dito, different kids need different parenting practices, not a different parenting style. It's a spectrum. You can be a more warm or less warm, but still you are warm. You can be more demanding or less demanding, but still demanding. Being warm and having high standard is authoritative. It is the best parenting style recommended by psychologists. Now, let's dig with the next lesson. So we have for this slide unit, we have 4 pa. And may isa pa na hindi pa nagre-recite. Sino nga ba yung hindi nagre-recite? So, we have this lettering kanina. Balikan natin kung sino yung, hindi ko maalala kung sino. Katinadik. Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor. So, let's have the Hufflepuff then. So, Hufflepuff naman tayo. Ayan. Hufflepuff, 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 Hufflepuff. Now, Hufflepuff, this is for you. I want you on your notebook to share your puppy love stories or your playground stories or if you could remember your first playmate. Now, I will be sharing you nothing. I don't have puppy love stories. Do I have? This is for primary schooler. So, pero, but I do have the story of my classmates before. Falling in love is very nice. It's a thing that we would like to have because it's refreshing, it's nakakakilig, and who doesn't want to be in love? All of us, we want to feel in love, we want to be appreciated. But at this time, ito yung mga puppy love, ito yung mga nakakatuwa kasi parang nakakakilig lang siya. And akala mo, we are associating the things that we feel dun sa mga nakikita natin sa adult. But it can never happen kasi hindi pa tayo nandun sa mature. So, alam naman natin right now, isn't it? I hope that you know that maturity is different from aging. So, iba yung love, iba yung relationship, magkaiba yung love mo siya, tapos you are in a relationship, di ba? Pero during the puppy love stories, we don't care about that. We just want to have. And sa akin dito, preschool pa lang ako, may mga kaklase na ako na may first kiss na sila, kinis sila ng crush nila, nagkabanggaan, yung mga ginagaya nila kasi mga adults. Now, the physical growth of the primary years. In the primary years, they have good muscle control combination. They have already developed a high coordination, eye-hand coordination. They have good personal hygiene and being aware of good safety habits. So by this age. Now, the height and weight must increase in 2 inches per year. And then, 6.5 pounds per year. Kaya talagang expected that tumatangkad si bata and tumataba. Yung malaki siya. Kasi sa bata kasi very cute yung mataba eh. Tapos pag pumayat na, parang gusto na, dapat pumayat ka na rin. Pero hindi naman ganun, di ba? A child's legs are longer and more proportional. Kasi sa mga bata kasi, parang ang cute-cute nila na parang punggok yung mga kamay ganito. Tapos unti-unti, humahaba na siya. Factors that could indicate how much a child grows, of course, this is genes, not genre. This is genes, food, climate, exercise, medical condition, and disease. Kung ang nanay mo ay maliit, at alam naman yan sa mga genetics na, tawag dito, para kung nasa matangkad na kayo, may chance na matangkad din yung magiging anak ninyo. Sa amin pareho matangkad yung nanay at tatay ko, pero hindi ko alam. Anong nangyari? Anong nangyari sa akin? Hindi naman doon. Pero sa genetics kasi, ang nangyari ay hindi ako naging matangkad. Kasi may side, pareho ang nanay ko at tatay ko na medyo merong hindi matangkaran. So, ganito yun. Normal lang yung height ko. Hindi kasi tangkad nila. The bones and muscle naman is the best time to teach children of good dietary exercise habits to help them to have strong legs. Now, many lifestyle factors such as nutrition and physical activity can sustain influence of the increase of body mass during childhood. Our lifestyle is very important. The food that we intake, so importante siya. It includes coordination, balance, speed, agility, and power. Unimanual require the use of one hand. Bimanual require the use of the two hands. So, may mga ibang bagay tayo na isang kamay lang ginagamit. Okay, such as, pwede tayo sa mga tennis, may mga badminton, ayan, those things. And bimanual, pwede pag nagbabike, or some exercise like push-up, motor development siya. Now, in Unit 4, the cognitive development of a primary pupil naman is from John Piaget. So, alam na natin yan si John Piaget. Pabalik tayo dun sa lesson natin during sa midterm part. For most theories, when it comes to cognitive development, according to him, intelligence is the basic mechanism of ensuring balance in the relations between the person and the environment. Now, everything, according to him, the person experiences a continuous process of assimilation and accommodation. So, now, going back, my dear students, I want you to define this one. So, let us have Ravenclaw and Slytherin. Ravenclaw and Slytherin, I want you to define that at the back of your notebook. So we describe four main periods of cognitive development. Of course, we already know the sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage, and formal operational stage. We have already discussed this in the previously. And this is the task of Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. I want you to give one, just one, things that you've learned from sensory motor, pre-operational stage, concrete, and formal. Just one. Just write in your notebook, write sensory motor stage, just one thing that you've learned about it. Okay? Now, in the concrete operational stage, so hindi ko na ito discuss, but it's the third stage of theory, so 7 to 11 years old. Children have better understanding of their thinking skills and they can now think logically about concrete experiences and understand abstract concept. Meron tayong tinatawag na sa logic na inductive logic, thinking from a specific experience to a general principle, or deductive general principle to determine an outcome of a specific event. So for inductive, specific experience to general principle. For instance, this is what happened to me. Kaya pala. So meron ka ng philosophy, parang may mga something, kaya hindi kinoconnect-connect mo na, bakit nangyari sa akin to kasi ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Ayan yun. But, deductive logic ay sa general principle, isang kaisipan, and you will determine isang pangyayari na mangyayari pala, and you determine the outcome that of the specific event. Now, reversibility is also discussed before. It's actions that can be reversed, such as 3 plus 4 is equals 7, or 7 minus 4 is equals to 3. By this age, the people during this stage, alam na nila kung paano siya, how this works. Now, cognitive milestones, primary schoolers learn in sequential manner, meaning they need to understand numbers before they can perform an equation. So, 8-year-olds can learn new skills. That's why tinuturo na dito sa mga gato ay addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, ayan. So, tsaka palang magkaka-PEMDAS. Kasi, we need to learn how to add first kasi counting yan eh. And then, pabaliktad na counting yung subtraction. And then, multiplication is para hindi ka mahirapan na pa isa-isa. So, ito yung determine pa ganon. And divide, same thing. Now, oh, what happened? Okay, where's mine? Kita nyo pa yung daily log. Hindi naman na-update. Now, information processing skills. Again, this was already mentioned. Several theories argued that like computer, meron tayong process of information. So, we have encode, we have decode, and we have feedback as well. So, they also believe that mind receives information, performs operation to change its form and content, stores and locates it, and generates a response from it. It's just that it is too fast. Kaya kala natin walang ganun. Now, Unit 4, the primary schooler, socio-emotional development of a primary pupil. Now, Erik Erikson, the fourth stage of psychosocial development, nandito sa kanila industry versus inferiority, is the psychosocial crisis that children will have to resolve in this stage. Industry refers to a child's involvement in situations where long, patient work is demanded to them. Now, inferiority naman is feeling created when the child gets a feeling of failure pag di nila natatapos yun. So, children encouragement is very important. So, pag feeling nila down na sila, we parents, guardians, or teachers, we need to tell them, oh, it's okay, don't be sad, it's okay, it's normal. Diba? Minsan may mga ganun. So, we also have the trust versus mistrust from secure, insecure. Talaga mapapansin natin, humihiwalay siya. Insecure or avoidant, ayaw niyang lumapit. And disorganized, nahihirapan siya sa, Okay. So, just read this one for your the importance of friendship in school-age children. So, na tayo sa lecture 4 and we are now in our last lecture. And samahan niyo ako dun sa susunod na video. Yun na yung huli. Alright? So, goodbye everyone. Let's have another video later on. Kinokondisyon ko pa yung sarili.